guys, welcome back to some more Motorsport Manager and part 3 of Season 4 of our Force India career in the Ice mod. And today we have the Dubai Grand Prix. We've had a decent start to the season, as you can see, 5th and 7th in the standings. Last race, you know, was a little bit more of a disappointment, but hopefully we'll do alright in this one. I am planning to actually do practice in this one. Yeah, we've had a couple of parts through since the last episode, but not anything too major. We're running out of money fast, but, you know, speculate to accumulate and all that. I am keeping my eyes open for another job as well. I know you guys would love to see us win drivers and constructors of Force India, but we'll see. We will see. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do practice, and then I'll see you guys for qualifying 1. Right then, there's practice done for you. We finished 4th with Hamilton, we've finished 9th with Fernando. That's not too bad. And I think we've got perfect setups actually for one, so we can see how much difference it makes if we get, you know, easily into the top 5. Then it's something I'm more likely to do in the future. But if not, then, you know. Oh, what's happened to Hamilton's setup? It was good here. So I think, what does he want? Right, I think he wants a top speed in the middle of that. And he wants... what else does he want? He wants a slightly, yeah, that, basically. Slightly more oversteer. So we'll go for that for Hamilton in the first run of qualifying. Should be absolutely fine. Fernando, as you can see, is perfect. So we will actually go ahead and save that setup. So let's get into qualifying. Now, can we do the weight stripping now? I guess we can. I mean, that's a lot of performance gained, isn't it? Tell you what, we'll go halfway with Hamilton, because 60% reliability should be fine. Yeah, we'll do that, and then all the way with Fernando. Maybe just a little bit less. Go for that. Yeah? And we'll see how that works. Right. Here we go then. Let's get into it. Here's qualifying. So the weight stripping is going to be very, very interesting. Whether that actually makes too big a difference, we don't know. But we'll get into qualifying anyway. We'll hopefully have a good performance today. That's the plan. And hopefully it'll all be fun. We'll set these to auto. Yeah, so we've obviously increased the performance of Hamilton's car a little bit and increased the performance of Alonso's car a lot. So if Alonso out-qualifies Hamilton today, we know that it's certainly made a big difference. And yeah, we'll just see. We will see. So here comes Lewis Hamilton on his flying lap. He is slightly behind a Renault here, but he manages to make his way past fairly easily. He sets a purple first sector, although Fernando has gone quicker. No, he hasn't. I beg your pardon. Stroll is the one that's going quicker so far. Fernando Alonso actually going a bit slower than Lewis in the first and second sector by about 6/10. That's really not good for Fernando. So here comes Lewis Hamilton round the final hairpin, and he comes up to the finish line. Where's he going to go? He goes quickest for the moment, but still about 8/10 off Lance Stroll. Fernando Alonso a lot further off the pace of Hamilton than you would think. So yeah, I don't know how clean those laps were, but Alonso's times are so much slower than Vettel's. And we haven't even seen the Mercedes go through yet, although Sainz has just gone through and only a little bit slower than Stroll. Ricciardo splits the other Ferrari. Hamilton in 5th at the moment, quite easily, which is good. And Fernando down in 13th, which is not good. So send Fernando straight back out there and see how he does. And Hamilton, I mean, I don't understand what he wants. Maybe he wants slightly less. Something like that, I don't know. Maybe that. Let's get him out there. So Alonso out first this time. Hopefully we can get a nice clean lap in. And yeah, hopefully you guys are good, still enjoying the series. I know I certainly am. Check out my F1 content. I'm really enjoying that career mode so far. And that's probably going to continue long on after this. Because, you know, Season 4, we're getting quite far into this series now. It's not going to last forever. I know some of you won't like to hear that, but yeah, won't last forever, but we'll certainly see. So Alonso does have a clear track now. Let's see how he does. He's got a 99% optimised setup. We're expecting good laps from him here. So much quicker first sector than he did last time. Hamilton not going quite as quick, which is unfortunate. Alonso coming around the second sector now. What can Alonso do in this second sector? He goes quicker, but he's not going to be as quick as Hamilton. He's going to be probably about 10th, I think. I don't think he's going to get much better than that. But here he comes up to the line and he goes 12th. That's very disappointing. Hamilton a little bit slower in that lap. Very, very difficult. So Hamilton's 6th. He was out-qualified by Verstappen in the end. It'll be interesting as we go through the weekend how much that changes, and whether Hamilton... Oh dear, Alonso dropping down the order, but he's not going to go out in this session. Stroll finishes quickest, with Sainz Jr. and Ricciardo 2nd and 3rd, and then world champion Kimi Räikkönen in 4th. So yeah, let's get into Q2 then. I think the feeling at the moment is that practice isn't worth the hassle, but we'll send him out there and see what he can do. And Hamilton can go out now. He's got excellent speed trap, but I mean, yeah, we'll send him out on this setup again, see if he can do anything better. So turn on the auto, turn the speed up a little bit, and probably be frustrated. By the way, tonight I am doing a stream on a Cricket Captain 2017, 8 o'clock UK time. Make sure you come along and say hello. It's going to be a fun one, about an hour long. I'm certainly open to doing streams of this in the future. Let us know if you guys would be as well. Yeah, that's all I have to really say on the matter. But hope you guys are good. Right. So Alonso starts his flying lap. We're looking for about a 44, low 44 to get through to Q3, I think. Alonso goes quickest in the first sector, a couple of tenths slower than Lewis Hamilton. Second sector, Alonso goes quickest, but Hamilton just so much quicker than Fernando, and that's disappointing to see. But here comes Fernando Alonso up to the line. Where's he going to go for now? That's going to be a 1:44.4, which is good time. Hamilton, much better time from him. He's only 3.5 tenths off Lance Stroll. Senna's actually split us, so I'm assuming Stroll hasn't done a good lap, because Sainz Jr. is on a very, very good lap here. He's about half a second up through the first two sectors. He's coming through now. Mercedes have definitely turned the engine up, and he does a 1:42.9. Pardon me, Hamilton. 8 tenths off the pace. Alonso already out. I mean, what do we do? Do we save Hamilton's setup and give it to Alonso and see what we can do with that? Let's see if we can do that. So save that. Because we can always go back in the race to Alonso's setup, can't we? So, what's this one? No, it's Dubai, isn't it? So, that one. So, here we go then. We'll send Alonso out there. And this will be the big proof about the whole optimised thing. If Alonso now gets into Q3 and is close to Hamilton, it's absolute rubbish that 100% optimum setup means it's the quickest setup. But, yeah, we'll see. I'll give it a chance. I think Hamilton's through. We don't need to waste another set of tyres for Hamilton. So, yeah, we'll see how Alonso does. I think Hamilton's proven the doubters wrong so far this season, showing his quality. I think Alonso is sort of coming to the end. We said if he wasn't performing by Cape Town, we'd maybe bring Sergio Perez in, and I think that still stands. So yeah, let's see how he does on this lap with exactly the same setup as Lewis Hamilton. Can he do just as well? He is improving in the first sector, but he's by no means as quick as Hamilton was in the first sector. He's coming round the second sector split now. What's it going to be? He's improving again. He's not going to be quite as quick as Hamilton, but he is going to improve and possibly put his best time of the weekend in. He's coming round the final hairpin. Here comes Fernando Alonso. Can he make it through into the top 10? Yes, he can. Top 10 it is. But Kvyat is going quicker in the first sector than Fernando did. Senna's already gone through. He can't go through. Kvyat's slower in the second sector. It is going to be close between him and Fernando in this third sector to see who can get through. Here comes Danny Kvyat then up to the finish line. Where's he going to go? He stays 12th. Castroneves comes through. Where's he going to go? 15th. Gasly. Palmer's the next one, I think. Palmer coming through now. He goes 13th and Gasly 14th. So Fernando Alonso squeaks through in the end to the top 10. He's split by Bottas, Vettel and Hülkenberg in between our two drivers. But Sainz Jr. looking very much on top at the moment. Good lap from Hamilton in that session though. And hopefully we'll be able to get a good performance out of him in this final qualifying session. So here we go, Q3 then. The Dubai Grand Prix will send Hamilton out there first. Why not? He did set his fastest lap of the weekend in that last session. This is where they should be setting their fastest laps. Alonso set his fastest lap in that last session, although it was only 0.2 quicker. So maybe we'll switch back to that setup later on. But here we go. We'll get into Q3 then. Hopefully get a couple of runs out of this, and yeah, it'll be good if we can do that. So let's keep an eye on Lewis Hamilton. He is our hope to get into that top 5, maybe get a bit of sponsor money out of this. That would be really, really good and very much needed as well. I'm just sort of counting down the days until we get our big sponsorship renewal. But let's keep an eye on Hamilton as he goes through his lap. He's got a Red Bull a little bit in front of him, but I don't think he'll catch him up on this on this flying lap. but it's certainly something to bear in mind. So Hamilton goes purple in the first sector. Alonso, oh, I thought Alonso had gone quicker than him there, but Stroll is the one that's going quickest at the moment. Fernando Alonso a couple of tenths off his teammate Lewis Hamilton. And, well, I was wrong. Lewis Hamilton has caught up to this Red Bull here. But hopefully the Red Bull will be speeding up as he comes onto his flying lap now. Here comes Lewis Hamilton up to the line. What's it going to be? It's a 1:43.7. His fastest time of the weekend. Alonso half a second slower than that. Stroll has gone quickest with a 1:43.2 at the moment. We'll keep an eye on Sainz Jr. though, because he is probably going to blow everybody out of the water, as he usually does in that Mercedes. So he's coming through the final turn now. Sainz Jr. coming up to the line, and he goes quickest with a 1:42.9. What about Ricciardo? Where's he going to fit into all this? He's coming through now, and he goes fourth. That's disappointing. What about Verstappen? Can he beat Hamilton? Yes, he can. So Verstappen goes up to fifth. Hamilton in sixth at the moment, 7 tenths off the pace, which is about where we've been this season so far, to be quite honest with you. It's not getting any better, but we'll send Hamilton straight out there, and why not? We'll try something a bit different with Fernando. We'll try his 99% optimum setup. This should be his fastest time of the weekend. We've got the high grip levels, we've got everything in his favour to try and get a good lap in. Come on. So Hamilton in 6th place. If he can improve this lap, he could go 5th, which would be good for us. We'd get a bit of sponsor money out of that. But Sainz Jr. uncatchable. The Ferrari's looking very quick as well. Yeah, Alonso 9th at the moment. Now qualifying Vettel is probably about the best we can hope for. But here comes Lewis Hamilton onto his flying lap then. Let's see how he does on this lap. He's got a perfectly clear run. There shouldn't be anybody in the way. Same for Fernando. They should have a clear run at this. Hamilton very much slower in the first sector. What about Fernando? He's come through the first sector split. Actually improves this time. We'll keep an eye on Fernando, because I don't think Lewis is going to improve on his lap, as he's gone white in the first 2 sectors. So here comes Fernando Alonso, and he's improving again in sector 2. Can he outqualify Nico Hülkenberg? Probably won't get up to Bottas's pace. Hamilton only goes 6th. Here comes Fernando Alonso up to the line, and he's only 9th. He couldn't improve enough. It was his fastest time of the weekend, but he couldn't improve enough to beat Nico Hülkenberg, unfortunately. But Lewis Hamilton qualifies 6th, and Vettel has beaten Alonso at the end there. So Alonso down to 10th now. Sainz Jr. is putting in a brilliant lap. Let's go and watch him set pole position time. Here he comes then. Carlos Sainz Jr. comes up to the line and gets another 10th out of it. What a brilliant lap. Stroll goes up to 2nd. That's a good result for him. But Hamilton, the best of the Force Indias, in 6th place, managing to just about drag this car above where it should be, much like Hülkenberg and Vettel are doing. But Fernando Alonso slowly but surely losing his touch, you would say. Hopefully that can be proved wrong in the race. Pardon me. But there we go. There we have it. It'll be interesting if you can switcheroo the weight stripping. I'm not sure you can. Oh, so you can do it each session, I guess. That makes sense. But yeah, I don't think the weight stripping had that much of an impact on Fernando, to be quite honest with you. You know, he was much slower than Lewis Hamilton, and yeah, I'm really not sure that's something to pursue in the future. We'll keep with those setups. We'll drive the absolute tyres off this car in the first few laps, and here we go. Let's get into the race. It's going to be interesting whether Hamilton can keep up with this top 6. Lights out, away we go. Hamilton off to a good initial start, but then bogs down as we go into the first turn, but he remains in 6th place. Alonso down to 11th, so even his sort of start bonus isn't really working too well at the moment. Hamilton up to 4th though, he's made a couple of positions there. Bottas dropping down to 7th. Actually, it's not Bottas that's dropped the whole way, it's Ricciardo who's down to 19th. What's happened to him? Did he go wide or something at turn 1? I'm really not sure, but Hamilton up to 4th, and he's having a look at Kimi Räikkönen for 3rd place at the moment. Fernando Alonso down to 12th, so we'll move him straight down to medium to try and make those soft tyres go a little bit further. We'll keep pushing with Lewis Hamilton though on this first lap. See if he can make it up to sort of 2nd position is where we're looking at. Sainz Jr. is off into the distance, so I don't think we'll be able to reach him today. Well, here we go on to the 2nd lap. We'll keep pushing the tyres, but the engine can come down a notch. Alonso down to 15th, fighting for his place and his probable career at McLaren at Force India. What a move that was, by the way. What a move. And yeah, he's up to 11th place again. Hamilton still in 4th, about hanging on over Räikkönen, and he's gone down the inside of Stroll, so Hamilton up to 3rd place now. That's a good start for Hamilton, and he'll keep pushing in these opening few laps until we feel like we need to pit. There's only 12 laps in this Grand Prix, so yeah, it might be worth going super soft, but we'll just have to investigate that as the first stint goes on. We've got Ferrari overtaking us there. Fair enough. Also trying to make a move on Gasly and Kvyat for the final couple of points, but not really making as much ground as we would like. Yeah. Hamilton currently in 4th. Do we bring him into the pits? I think we bring him into the pits this lap. What's the life on a super soft? 10 to 12 laps apparently, so I think we bring him in. His parts should be fine till the end of the race, to be honest with you. Although we have weight stripped a little bit, so we'll push Hamilton into the pits this lap. Fernando Alonso can probably go one more lap on these tyres, and that'll give him fresher tyres to end the race with. So let's keep an eye on Hamilton. He's down to 5th now, but coming into the pits this lap should hopefully get a bit of an advantage from the fresh tyres, and yeah, hopefully we don't have a pit mishap. We'll go on to that. So Hamilton into the pits. Come on. And he's away, that's good. I'm going high for the next couple of laps to try and get Hamilton the undercut, as it were. So Fernando Alonso in 10th. I think we'll bring him into the pits this lap. He hasn't got any fresh super soft tyres, so it's probably worth just going on to the softs and then pushing them rather than going on to a used set of supers. Yeah, Hamilton coming through on 19th place right now. I don't know who that is, but Fernando in. And there's been another mistake. I think they're a bit too frequent since the update, to be quite honest with you. You know, it's not very realistic, is it? But we'll keep an eye on Hamilton. We're the only... well, actually, Verstappen and Räikkönen have also pit so far, and Hamilton's jumped them, so a good undercut so far. We just need to make our way through this traffic. But it's the same for everybody, I guess. Hamilton now coming through. Although, who was that just went down the inside? Fritz. We're not very happy with him. Hamilton up to 12th now. But Stroll and Sainz have come in and come out well ahead of us, so this traffic is annoying, if you like. But we're up to 10th now with Hamilton, so looking good for a points finish, which is positive. We'll keep an eye on the part conditions. People are starting to have mechanical issues at this point of the race, and Alonso down in 16th. So yeah, Hamilton now in clean air, hopefully going to be able to use these tyres to their full potential, and hopefully make up a bit of ground on Stroll, who's the nearest sort of competitor, I guess. So yeah, Hamilton closing in on Paganord, who again is having a good race on the probable zero stop strategy, but Hamilton should be able to make a move on him pretty soon. Just waiting for a big corner, really, maybe towards this hairpin. That's the sort of place you'd expect Hamilton to be quicker than Paganord. He's having a look down the inside now. This is intense racing, and he stays down the inside, wheel to wheel action, but Hamilton is through, and he should pull away from Paganord now, which is good. So Hamilton looking good at the moment. We're going to move his tyre wear down to that, and also his fuel usage down to that. His rear wing isn't looking good, but we've only got 3 laps to go after this one, so that should be fine. Alonso is doing okay in 12th place at the moment. We're going to move his engine mode down to that, and we might actually push him for a lap or two, try and see how much ground we can make up. There's a few zero stoppers out there at the moment. I don't know if they're going to come in this lap or next lap or whatever. Yeah, Hamilton's starting to look like he needs to conserve his tyres, so we'll move him down to conserve now. Yeah, Hamilton might run out of tyres by the end of this, which is a shame, because he's looking good for a podium. So let's keep an eye on Fernando. Ooh, who's that? That's Frince. Interesting. Right, we'll go back to push on Fernando. 2 laps to go. Hamilton up to 5th at the moment. So Kvyat looking good to finish the race on this set of tyres. Senna looking good as well. Sainz Jr. leading the race by an absolute mile, although he has just got a mechanical issue, so you never know with these things. Bruno Senna might end up winning the race. Kvyat has a mechanical issue. Stroll is smoking. Hamilton is hopefully not smoking. He's fine. And hopefully his tyres will last this last lap. They should do. I don't see why they wouldn't. If we go on high engine modes as well, that should cover it. Alonso into the points now on this final lap. Move him on to overtake for this final lap and see how he does. Paganord's gone past Hamilton. I'm assuming Hamilton's slowed right down, and he has done. So Hamilton struggling here. Is Hamilton running out of fuel? He may well be. He's down to 9th now, but Fernando Alonso coming up. So Hamilton comes to the finish in 9th. I'm assuming his parts just got too worn in the end, and I think that might have been down to the weight stripping. But a good solid double points finish for us there. Yeah, again, zero stoppers sort of hindering us, you know, making our result look a little bit worse than it would have been. Would have probably been 6th and 7th, which would have been a cracking result for us, really. But Sainz Jr. winning the race at a canter, as you'd expect in that Mercedes car, doing very, very well indeed. But there we go, there we have it. 9th and 10th. I don't think practice had too much of an impact on that result. Let us know down in the comments what you think. But Hamilton and Alonso 6th and 8th at the moment. We're 5th in the constructors. Yeah, it is going to be tough this year to to really compete and what am I trying to say? Yeah, battle for the championship. I think last year was a bit of a fluke in terms of the reliability of cars at the start of the season. We got some very good results. Fernando Alonso just about hanging on in there. Yeah, I'm very tempted to bring back Sergio Perez. We're losing a lot of money, I tell you. We'll have a quick look at Fernando's salary and see how much that would save us if we were to, say, fire him. He's obviously costing us $1 million a race, although Perez isn't, you know, is costing us just as much. I think for the next race, because we're not really competing for championships, we're going to give Perez a go next race and see how he does against Lewis Hamilton. If Hamilton and Perez get a really good result together next time out, then we'll see. But yeah, Perez will be back for the next episode. If you've enjoyed that, make sure you leave a like down below. It really means a lot for me and for the channel. Come along for the stream at 8 o'clock. Come and say hello. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching and goodbye.